Hi, Ellie and Demetra. My name is Raven Kushner, and I'm super excited for this opportunity y'all have provided. So, just a little bit about myself. I have a 2 year art degree, and I was never able to do anything with it beyond that, just due to my circumstances. So, I'm just really excited for this opportunity. So 2 years ago, I was living in California and basically in abject poverty. I was making about $1,200 a month in Los Angeles. So I was sharing a space with people, but I still managed to do my art. I would just buy whatever materials I could afford, whether that was, a sketch pad from the Dollar Tree and some number two pencils. But I always made sure that no matter what, I was able to do and keep up with my art. A little bit after that, I had kind of upgraded my situation. I married someone who I considered to be the love of my life, moved near the beach, had my own little setup on the patio for my art. And that was great, except that it turned out to be an abusive situation. It was really just not good. And I don't know if you've ever had the experience of living in a space with somebody who slices you apart with their words, but that's basically what it was. And I still managed to do my art, but as you can imagine, living in that kind of a situation and being so disappointed, feeling like all the hopes and expectations I had put into this were falling apart. So I ended up escaping that situation basically last year and moved out on my own, away from California, where I grew up and spent my entire life. Moved to Texas, where I am now. No job, no apartment, no friends, no contacts, nothing. But I was led to come out here, and I was able to find a really good job, which is where I'm at now. And when I found you guys online, I knew that it was something special. What you all were talking about was something I had never heard before, but I couldn't afford it. So I did what I could, though. I followed you all on social media and I would check the website, every week just to see what y'all were up to. And I started listening to the podcast. And Ellie, I have to tell you, that ebook that you did on basically spiritual warfare against artists. That book is so good. I've never heard anything like that articulated, but when I listened to it, it really resonated with me. I've listened to it 4 times so far, and I'm sure I'll listen to it again at some point. But it really struck a chord with me. So I knew somehow, some way, I really wanted to participate and be a part of what you all were doing. So even though I couldn't, afford to join, I still, I just listened to you all and I followed. And Ellie, you had mentioned the importance of putting the time in, and you recommended 20 hours a week. So I started doing that. I just carved it out in my schedule, set up 20 hours a week, and started doing that, and really saw some improvement, the noticeable improvement that people were commenting on. And then when I listened to your whole story about Ellie, how you got into art, and how you wanted to transition out of your, job that you were in that you hated into full-time art, and how you put in 40 hours a week. So I started doing that as well. So that's where I'm at now. I start work at 10:30, so I do my art from 6 to 10 and then in the morning, and then from 8 to 10 p.m. And that's been my schedule. Uh, so through my job, I was able to barely afford to start up with the mastery program, but it's a stretch. So that's what made me and prompted me to go ahead and throw my hat in the ring to see if I could qualify to basically document my progress and in exchange for this blessing. But I have to say that the biggest thing I've learned through my experiences with escaping that abusive situation and having to start over is that self-love is not optional. It's really it's really essential. And if you weren't fortunate enough to grow up in a family like you all's, where it's very close and very supportive, then it's something that you have to learn and teach yourself. So really, my art has been my salvation. It's something that I always come back to regardless of any kind of hardships that I'm going through. It's a constant in my life, and being able to see my own progress, tangible progress, mirrors the progress that I've experienced internally as I've learned that I am worth it, that I have something valuable to share with the world. And now being a part of your program, if I could gain the mastery and the skills to actually be a professional and to share my journey with the world, I can't tell you what a blessing that would be and what an honor it would be to document my journey. So thanks again, you guys, for this amazing and wonderful opportunity. You guys are both gold. Ellie, I consider you a minister. Listening to you, and it seems to come natural for you, the way you encourage and motivate. And that's so much what I want to be able to do for people who may have been in the position where I was in an abusive situation, because they lacked the self-love to know that they deserve better than that, and to be able to speak into people's lives and their hearts and to motivate them. And Demetra, you have such a gentle and kind spirit that I would really love to, be able to convey not only art principles and the skill set, but the motivation to, encourage people that they can do it. So thanks again, you guys. Love you guys. I'm so blessed to be a part of this. And I will see you online. Thank you. Love you guys. Bye-bye.